Hey guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here. Now, it is time to look at this week's pre-orders from Prime1 Studio. It's always amazing to look at these pre-orders because they always have some amazing work to showcase. And now what they have this week is for Transformers fans. So we're going to look at those things. They have a Grimlock statue and also a Nemesis Prime. So we're going to look at Grimlock first. This one was showcased at the Phase 1 presentation. Kind of small piece. It's not really that huge in comparison to the previous one they had with Optimus Prime on the back. So we're gonna read all the information before we get into the pictures. Now the price for this, it's $1,099, $1,100. It's steep. There's no edition size yet. This is based on the Age of Extinction film. There is a payment plan as usual. You have to pay a deposit, and of course you make your monthly payments. The estimated arrival for this is between May and August of 2022, so there's plenty of time from now. Now let's read some of the information here. Following our classic statue shown for the first time in 2014, standing about 25 inches tall, Prime1 Studio is proud to unveil the 15 inches tall in all its magnificence, Grimlock. Grimlock took center stage in the 2014 Transformers film, Transformers Age of Extinction. The heroic Dinobot took Optimus Prime to the test to see if he could prove to be the leader that the Transformers deserve. Teaming up with Optimus Prime and the other Autobots, Grimlock turned the tide on the Decepticons. Here on the details, we have that this is part of the museum Masterline. It is non-scale, that's what they say, but we know it has to have a scale. Products at size approximately in the height is 37.7 centimeters, the width is 51.2 centimeters, and the depth is 30.8 centimeters, and it weighs 6.2 kilograms. It's made out of polystone and other materials. All right, and now we're looking at the pictures, and I'm telling you, this is a good-looking dinosaur robot. However, and don't get me wrong, I'm not really a big fan of Age of Extinction. In fact, I'm not really a big fan of the Bayformers. Perhaps I did like the first film. I'm not gonna deny it. The second one, I was okay with it. Mostly, I like that because I did play the video game a lot, the multiplayer. I invested a lot of hours onto that game, so I like that. The third one, I think, in my opinion, was better than the second one. And then whatever came after that is just, you know, it's a haze to me. I just don't remember. My mind is foggy when I think about these movies. But I think that this is a nice representation of this Transformer, this Dinobot. And I like the light-up feature that he has. Also, I like the background they chose from the film. And here you can see everything that comes with this. Really cool. The base, I like the bases that they use for this, the statues for sure. The LED looks strong enough. Of course, perhaps with the picture and all that, they make it look even better. I think it has also light-up features in the eyes. That's really cool. So, you know, it's just that, and, you know, unfortunately, you cannot transform. If you want the fully transformed piece, then you have to go with XM Studios because they did a terrific job with the 1/10 scale statue they have. It's amazing, in my opinion, in comparison to this. But if you're into the films and you've been collecting this stuff, then definitely this is something that you need to consider. Now, another thing that a lot of people are pointing out is the size of this. It's small in comparison to the 2014 statue with Optimus on the back. That statue is a lot bigger. You thinking about this one kind of like 2/3 in comparison to that one, probably less than 2/3, closer to half of the size of that one, the scale of that one. I'm just kind of doing the math on my head. But yeah, it's really small in comparison. A lot of people are saying in social media, what's the point of going that small with this for this collection? I would say that this is for those collectors that they want something not as big for their collection, but they still love the design and they want that in their rooms. You know, you can put this it will be easier to find a place to display this in comparison to the other one with the Optimus on the back. But it looks good from every angle, you know, for what it is. The paint job is clean. Even though it's all metallic, I can see that there's some shading there, which is good. Like that, the light up is also in the eyes. Really cool. Now you can see, I think the best way to display this, of course, is with the light up feature, as you can see. But it's not bad without it either. Really cool. Really love the design that they did here. Definitely they respected the source material and it looks very good. The pose is good. The base is good. Really cool. And they have a lot of pictures. as usual. Really cool. And spinning some fire, which is just the picture. Southern California right there. Young Yard. Really cool. So yeah, I like it. I'm not gonna deny it. I think there's a lot of beauty in the way they did this, and when it comes about this type of statues with mechanical parts, I think Prime1 Studio is the best company in the industry to do so. That's how they started. That's how they started in this business, doing this type of statues. You know, with Megatron and Optimus, and definitely after it's been a while. You know, the 8 years now, 9 years now. They've been doing fantastic, you know, and because of it, because they have put a lot of effort into what they do. And yeah, I think the Transformers is a very close to their heart as a company. You know, I think when people think about the best Transformers collectibles, at least based on the movies, then you have to think about Prime1 Studio. But yeah, the statue looks, you know, there's so many pictures here, different angles. I wouldn't say there's much. There's no change outs. There's not anything that to swap out. Some people would love to see this in a different way, perhaps some different action in the pose, but I think it's good as it is. The base is huge, but I think it's really well done because it's actually as wide as the dinosaur, which is good for stability purposes. So yeah, I think they did a good job on this one. So yeah, if you're into it, I would say the price is steep. You have to be really into it to really go for the $1,100 plus shipping cost of this. $800 would have been a much better price. Even between $600 to $800, I think it's a better price. And I'd say that most people will be comfortable with that. All right, and now we're looking at Nemesis Prime. This looks really, really cool. Only limited to 150 pieces. That's a really low number. So right now I'm filming this, and I'm gonna upload this video and all of that. By the time you get this, perhaps by that time it's no longer available. But there are always ways to find this piece in the wild, you know, through other companies, through other retailers, so don't fret, there's always a way. This is based on the Bumblebee film. In my opinion, the best film in the whole franchise, in the Bayformer franchise. Now, the price for this is $1,849 plus shipping, of course. You can choose the payment plan. And the estimated arrival for this is July and October, between July and October of this year, which is really, really soon. Now, keep in mind that this is a variant of the original Optimus Prime that was produced for this same movie for sale. So this is just a variant, which is interesting. And another thing that we're going to point out, Nemesis Prime was never in the film, and a lot of people are pointing that out. That's the reason why a lot of people are saying, why is it that we get a variant or we get this when he was never there? Again, it's just a variant, and they're just trying to make money, perhaps with some of the stuff they have left over. They just repainted, who knows? The format is Museum Masterline, non-scale again. Product size, the height is 81.9 centimeters, the width is 49.3 centimeters, and the depth is 44.9 centimeters. That's with the right arm down. Now, with the right arm up, that means with the weapon, the height is 84.5 centimeters, the width is 56.6 centimeters, and the depth is 46.9 centimeters. The weight for this piece is 21.1 kilograms. It's made out of polystone and other materials. Now, in Transformers canon, Nemesis Prime is the clone of Optimus Prime, possessing his full capabilities but lacking his inhibitions and restraints, the anti-Optimus. Prime1 Studio interpretation of Nemesis Prime comes from the 2018 Transformers film, Bumblebee. Nemesis Prime's spectacular 32 inches tall visage is brought to life by Prime1 Studio's impeccable multi-layer paint application, which shines a spotlight onto his glorious gunmetal detailing. Nemesis Prime comes with two swappable right arms, each holding his trademark ion blaster cannon and LED illuminated blood red eyes. Nemesis Prime is limited to an edition of 150 pieces. Any diehard Transformers fan will want him in their collection. Specification: LED illuminated eyes, one Cybertron inspired base, two interchangeable right arms holding trademark ion blaster cannon. Again, this is a prototype shown. All right, and now we are looking at the pictures, and again, this is just a variant of the original statue of Optimus Prime based on the film. I love Bumblebee. I think it's a great film. I think it's the best film. I like the first one, I would say, but I think Bumblebee surpassed the expectation because they try to stay as close to the source material. They went back to the source material, and I love the design. It's much, much better. And I think a lot of people prefer Bumblebee. It's a good movie in comparison to the rest. But yeah, I would say, again, this is something that a lot of people are going to point out. He was never there. It's just a variant. So if you're looking for a Nemesis Prime for your Transformers collection, I think this is a great choice. It really looks really, really good. You also have the XM Studios Nemesis Prime that I spoke about in this channel, and it looks amazing. So this is kind of within the same vein. I think this, with the dimensions, this is a little bit higher, if I'm not mistaken, maybe a bit taller. I think the base is taller, but it's really close to that one. So to be honest with you, it's just a matter of choice. And what I like about this Nemesis Prime, of this design of Optimus, is the fact that it's just very close to, you know, as I envisioned the character. And I think this is the best part, is going back to that original design. I feel that this is kind of a matchup between the Bayformers film, Optimus Prime, and the classic design. And I think I like this design a lot better. On Optimus, that I think is still on sale. You can find it at Prime1 Studio. But I think this is just a more collectible item because it's just Nemesis Prime. Here you can see everything with this from different angles. This is good. The LED illumination in the eyes, the swappable parts. It is really good. Now, the other thing about this one is just the base. It's really, really tall. Look at that. It's a platform. And it's the same base that they use for Optimus. The only difference, of course, is maybe some things have changed. Most importantly, the symbol at the center. He has a Decepticon symbol in the middle instead of an Autobot symbol. But yeah, as you can see, 84.5 centimeters, really tall. And this is to the top with the gun right there at 56.6 centimeters. The width, and the depth is 46.9 centimeters. Yeah, it's the same design. Nothing has changed. There's no different swappable parts. The only difference is the paint job. It just has a new paint job. That's all. Look at that. Look at the light up feature. Really cool. Very imposing piece for sure. Yeah, it looks better with the light up. Really nice. The swappable parts, the same gun. It's just a different paint job. That's all it is. Really, really interesting. I do like the XM Studios though. I do like the design with that one. The way it's portrayed, the action that it is doing has the edge in my opinion, because I believe that it feels closer to what they're trying to achieve, which is very closer to the Generation 1 stuff. This is more slim, this design, which is not bad at all if you're into the slim design. I just feel that what XM is doing is trying to replicate the love that people have for the original Generation 1 cartoons, and also what IDW is doing now, which also it pays homage to that generation. But yeah, it looks good. I'm not denying it. I like it from different angles. They did a good job on it. The paint job is good. The sculpt is good. If you have seen the other one up close, the Optimus Prime, then definitely this is the same thing. It's just the same thing. Just different decal, different symbol, different paint job, but it's the same. I don't see anything different unless there's something that I'm missing and you can point it out. But other than that, it's just the same thing. Yeah, it looks good though. I wish it had a different weapon though. Something different besides just the paint. But a lot of people are not going to be interested because, you know, this is based only on the imagination of Prime1 Studio. It's not based on the film at all. Though it would be nice to see another film, a Bumblebee 2 film, or in the same vein, following the same storyline, and maybe we can see Nemesis Prime. Perhaps we're just getting a hint right now that this is coming. Who knows? It's a really long gun for sure. Yeah, I think it's a nice piece. It is not bad at all. I feel that in this case, Prime1 Studio is doing something good here. The price is steep. This is just for high-end collectors. This is for the ones that want to have the ultimate thing. If you can do it, do it. You know, if you can afford it, if you're willing to go for it and you love the design, then by all means, you know, it's a free world. And I do think that in this case, they did a good job with it. It looks good. And I'm sure that it's going to deliver well. So, but what is your opinion? What do you think about it? Do you like this? Are you disappointed with the scale of Grimlock? You think it's too much money for that piece? What about this one? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thanks for watching. God bless, take care, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.